Goodreads, this is Gabby, and this is my November wrap-up. November's over and we're into December, which is very exciting. I've had a pretty decent November reading month. I read some really nice books, but I'm so excited to go into December because I feel like it's going to be the month for reading, and I have so many reading plans and I'm gonna have much more free time when the deadlines aren't lurking around, so I'm very excited. So I have read 6 books this month and started like 3 other ones, but never mind. So firstly I read The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. So this book is a thriller and it follows the story of a nanny who finds this ad on the internet, and it's for a nannying job, and it seems just too good to be true. The house is somewhere in Scotland, it's 3 little girls, and the nanny position is like stay in, live in nanny. The money's like super insanely good, so she decides to go for it, and then some weird stuff starts happening. There was a lot of nannies who quit the job after a very short time, so they have so much turnover, so we don't know what's happening. It was amazing. It was very well done. I really enjoyed it. It had a very good tension building, and it was really atmospheric. The whole thing about the house is that it's like a smart house, so everything is connected digitally. You can operate it through the app and all that, so you know, weird things start happening and it's really fun. And then the main characters, you know, maybe not who she is. It's really interesting. It was a very fast read. I went through it like this. I got it from the library and it was really good. Feels a little bit like watching a horror movie where there are ghosts, which is quite hard to achieve in a book, I think, because with horror movies or like just different mediums, you have more tangible ways of portraying this, but with books you really just have to explain it, and I think that was done very well. The only thing that I wasn't crazy about was the ending. I felt like it was really rushed. Like the twist itself, or like whatever, the ending explanation, blah blah, I liked. I thought it was cool, but I just wish they dived into it a bit more, because it felt like through the story we follow this character very like day-to-day basis, this is what she does, but then at the end it was like whoop, over, like just explain it away, you know, kind of thing. So I wasn't crazy about that, but all in all it was a really good book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Then I read Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, which I was supposed to finish last month. I was supposed to finish this last month, but I failed to do so, so I'm on my reread. I started October, I would say. I was supposed to finish the 5th book this month, but I only finished the 4th. So, but it's fine. It was amazing. I love this world. This is one of my favorite books. I think it's Prisoners of Azkaban and then this one. It was amazing, so fast paced. I just flew through it. I always get very excited reading this one, and I thought it's just so well written, you know. It was really sad, and I know the 5th one's coming, which I don't like, but maybe this time I'll think something else, you know. It's good, but it very fast read, amazing as always, 5 out of 5. Anyone surprised? Then I have read Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So I know in one of my videos I was like, oh, what series are you absolutely not interested in reading? I was like, yeah, Holly Black's Cruel Prince. Well, I'm reading it. I'm reading it for vlogs. The vlog's not ready yet because I want to read the whole trilogy, but once I do that, I will share my thoughts more in depth and you can see the experience of me reading it. But all in all, I just flew through it, even though I thought the writing was a bit choppy and it wasn't perfect by any means. All in all, solid 3 out of 5 stars. Semi enjoyed it, but also very addicting. Then I read Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. So this book follows the story of this girl called Isabel, I think, and she lives in a world that it's just this little town surrounded by fae world, and then it's kind of like our world is the world beyond, so this is like a different realm.
I read this right after Cruel Prince, so I was like, oh my god, there's fae again. I didn't even realize there was fae in this because I read the Sorcery of Thorns. I really liked it, so I wanted to read this author's other book. It's also a fantasy standalone.
So this girl Isabel lives in this town that is surrounded by the fairy world, and in this world, if a person has a talent, a gift for something, for example, Isabel's gift is painting of portraits, that is called her craft, and the crafts are very valuable because the fae can do the crafts. She's quite high in the society because if you have a craft, then you can get paid with different enchantments and stuff like that. It's not really like money, but it's like above money kind of payment. One day the Prince of Autumn comes to get his portrait taken, and it kind of goes from there. It's a really short book, but I think for the length of it and for what it was, and that is a standalone, I mean, it was really well made. I really enjoyed it. I felt for the characters. I thought the romance was cute. It wasn't like one of my favorite books ever because it was really short, so it's a given to be a bit underdeveloped if it's this short. But I still really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it. Give it 3 out of 5 stars. So if you're looking for a fast read, I would really recommend it. Then I finally finished The Lies of Himura by Scott Lynch. It took me ages because I was listening to it on audiobook, and it's a really long book, and it's a really long audiobook, and I was reading this as a bodywork we've been called from Nicole and her books. She still hasn't finished it, but it's okay because I was just there like, girl, go read it. Like, it was a very well made audiobook. I thought the performance of the narrator was amazing. He did such a good job. It did take some time to getting into because it is a very convoluted story, and there's a lot of jumping back and forth between past and present. So at first I was a bit, what is happening, you know? But it was very well made. They made some very interesting choices that I was a bit shocked, but it was good in that sense. I am looking forward to the sequel. It can be a bit graphic at times with the descriptions of violence. There wasn't many instances of this, but I feel like when they did describe it, it was quite graphic, so that might not appeal to everyone, especially listening to it. For some reason, makes it worse for me. The only thing that is kind of a complaint is, boy, is this book a sausage fest. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's not that many female characters who make it through the book, and there was a lot of talk about, wow, these powerful women in this country, they ran the show, they're amazing, blah blah, but they're not anywhere near being like significant characters. And maybe it's not fair. I feel like the second part of the book, there was a bit more female characters who did get kind of like important roles, but you know, maybe it improves in second books. I really hope so. And lastly, I listened to an audiobook, The Diary of a Hounslow Girl by Ambreen Razia. The author is an actress, and she is also an author, and she has written a play. So this play follows young Muslim girl living in London in an area called Hounslow. It's about that stereotypical view of this area, and it's also a lot about struggles with identities. It's a very short book, probably an hour and a half audiobook, but yeah, it was first performed as a play, and now it's re-editioned for Audible. And I must say, like, it was weird at first because it was very like a lot of panting. She was like, okay, I'm going now, and like banging and stuff like that. So it was a lot more, it was like a play. Like I was listening to a play, you know? It wasn't just someone reading a book to me. It was a play being performed, and at the end there was an interview with the author, and she's the author, but she's also reading the book, and she was saying it was like doing 2 plays like day to day because it takes so much from her. That was something really unique. I haven't really read an audiobook like that before. It was really interesting, and the way they spoke is, I know people that speak like that, and it's just so interesting to hear. Like it was like ain't it and bruv and sis and cuz, like just a lot of slang, and the slang wasn't always easy to get because some of it was like very specific to Muslim community in that part of London. I would highly recommend it if you have Audible. You can get it for free. It was a really nice addition to my month reading because I just wanted something really short that I knew would last only a day, and that did the job perfectly, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Okay guys, this is it for my November wrap up. It was actually a really quick one, which good for me because I won't have to edit as much. Yeah, a good reading month, 3-star reads, which by no means means it was bad books. It just means they didn't blow my mind, which is fair enough. I am so excited for December. I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs in December, so I probably won't be doing a December wrap up because I'm just going to wrap up in the vlogs. But anyway, I am so excited for it. I really hope I read loads. Please let me know in the comments what was your favorite book of November or what was your least favorite book of November. Let me know what reading plans you have for December. Let me know if you're participating in a readathon that's happening in December, the Snowathon. So excited for that. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!